The Chicago Bears.
We are on the clock. Dude, it's got to be Booth. It's got to be Booth because we can't get Watson now. Watson's gone.
I'm okay with Booth, dude. I love Booth.
So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it as a family right now. Love George Pickens. Really good at football, but disciplinary issues, likes to fight people, suspended from the team multiple times. I just don't know if I want to take that pick right here.
I don't want it.
So if Atlanta didn't just do what they did and take Ebiketie, I'd be taking Ebiketie. But I'm taking David Ojabo. Like, Robert Quinn's not going to be here past next year.
Because Ryan may be competitive next
year. I wish Robert Quinn could stop time and be here for the next 5 years, but it's not realistic. He's not going to be here after next year. I mean, I really like what's his name, the other edge rusher that we got from the 5th round 2 years ago, Travis Gibson. I really like Travis Gibson, but I don't know that he's a high caliber starting player. He might be, but we don't know that yet. I think Ojabo has that upside to be like a Pro Bowl edge rusher that you look like a genius when he comes through.
And the thing is too, like, he is a turnover creator. Like, he is a sack strip guy. Like, every single time he gets back there, always putting the ball on the dirt. He's a big play guy. He's a big game guy too. If you saw him in the Ohio State game and in the Big Ten championship and in the big spots that they needed him, he was always there. And honestly, I think, like, this is not like a hot take by any stretch, but Aiden Hutchinson stole a lot of his shine because Ojabo is a fine player. And
he created a lot of it.
He should have been a first-round pick. Yeah. Obviously, with the injury, he's going to.
Yeah, that torn Achilles. So I was talking to. I asked a physical trainer who I know about his, like, tearing your Achilles at his age, and they were like, it's nothing to worry about at that age. He's going to come back just fine. And obviously they've never worked with him and don't know that, like, intimately. Yeah. But, like, they seem fairly confident that, like, that's something a 22-year-old should be able to bounce back from pretty easily.
All right, everyone, gun to head real quick. Pick is in. Joey, who you got?
I want to be Dean. I'm going to say it's going to be Booth.
Okay, Quentin.
Ojabo.
Ron.
I'm all for the Booth pick, baby.
I'll just be honest. I just hope it's not Bernard Raymond.
Yeah, don't be Raymond.
That's just what I'm like.
Raymond is older than everyone on this stream, and that is a fact.
I don't want him here. If they take him later, I'd be okay with it. I don't want him here.
Yeah. Like later in the draft, I'd be fine with it. But, like,
ranking wise, I actually kind of like. There's things with him I like though too.
Raymond's a really strong prospect. I just hate that he's 25 years old and might not be good at football until he's 27.
It's a dapper young man right
Gordon.
There.
All right.
Oh, quarterback.
I can live with that.
Plus 3.
I can live with that.
Let's go.
Wait, I didn't see it yet.
Tyler Gordon.
Jeff Bezos.
Tyler Gordon out of Washington.
Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad.
Let's go.
Hey, I'm good with that pick.
Yeah.
It's not, dude, I love Ojabo there, but we need a corner badly.
All right, so
we don't have a receiver who's worth taking with this pick or an offensive lineman.
We avoided being very nervous about Booth being selected there, and there's no injury issues with Kyler.
No injury issues, yeah.
Dude, the way Gordon attacks a receiver and attacks the ball in aggressive manners to where he's not going to get beat behind him, I love it. I love the pick. We needed someone to stack across Jalen Johnson, and it's not – I mean, we didn't get Watson. It's not George Pickens. We're not worried about all that. We got a good young man from Washington. It says honorable all Pac-12 player, honorable mention. And he played alongside another great corner in McDuffie. So you could even make the argument that maybe he hasn't scratched the surface on who he is as a corner with him always being that number 2 guy.
Yeah. I mean, Washington's always putting out these good corners, man. They're like every year they have corners going in the first and second round. Kyler Gordon, actually, he reminds me of Kyle Fuller a lot when I see him play, too. Like you said, he doesn't let anyone get behind him, but he just attacks downhill on the football. And especially the way that at Virginia Tech, Fuller was used all over the field. Gordon had a little bit of that, too, going inside, outside, just kind of roaming around. This guy's an athlete. I mean, his 40 was a little below average, but his agility's out of this world. He can jump out of the stadium.
He tackles most of the
time.
He tackles.
He comes downhill in the run game too. Like he'll get after it in the run game. He makes some stops.
Well, it's interesting. You think about, like, Kyle Fuller was really kind of drafted as like a a cover 2 corner because the Bears were still running that Lovey defense in Trestman's first year. And again, we're looking for a Lovey corner. And I'm saying that he kind of reminds me of Kyle Fuller. Like y'all are right. He does come downhill on the run, which is so important when you're running a lot of cover 2.